Why is the judiciary so hesitant in sort of accepting greater accountability when it comes to its own appointments?
First of all, I will respond to Mr. Nalin's Kohli's, in which he said that 5 times UAPA court declined the bails. If you are not able to file a charge sheet in 5 years, even still you think that there is a case against a person, you have to file charge sheet, you have to investigate. If you don't have the material, then you have to close the case. Now I am coming to your response. You suggest me any better idea in which, other than the judges appoint judges, which exist in any other country, especially in Indian circumstances. The problem is that if you give it to the politicians, still political clout works. Many judges, they belong to different political parties. In the US, we have seen that many political persons were appointed as judges. But because there is no retirement age, so there is no undue influence over them. As far as India is concerned, Madam Gita Mittal is here. She has served as Chief Justice. They know that when they consider any name to recommend for the High Court Justiceship, they have to consider so many things. And mostly, I don't say that each and every appointment is correct. I will say that many appointments, you may raise an eyebrow. You may say something against that. But 90% or 80% appointments, I will say that is right. What in the first session was told, that you see, it may not be the best system, but there is no other better system available, especially in the Indian context.
How can we strengthen the accountability of all democratic institutions, that Lakshman Rekha that we keep talking about between, judiciary, executive and the legislature?
You see, our constitution especially provides that there is a clear separation of powers. None of the branches should interfere in each other. And if they start interfering, there will be a disastrous result. In my opinion, even in NJSC or whatever it is, you cannot go just because majority has passed something. There has to be rule of law, there has to be judicial mind applied, and there has to be, the basic structures has to be protected. In these circumstances, like there is a cricket match playing in the Pakistan, umpire is Mahmood Science and Sakur Rana or something, I remember those days. Those entire audience will say that Pakistan should be in fake, LBW decisions are wrong. Umpire has to be neutral. So ultimately, when these decisions are taken and when it is brought to the court, the scrutiny of the court, there has to be some fairness. You make a committee, you make a process, but that process should be entirely disconnected with the politicians. In my opinion, you select a process. There are so many good judges, you select. If you want to replace the Collegium, you find out some 5 judges, 10 judges, 25 judges, whatever you want, and make a committee and let them appoint. Or if you want to have some other persons from the social sector, you take it from there. But you cannot have only the political persons deciding. One political party will decide in one way. Suppose today I am in not a good book, they will throw me out. So this is not a good idea. I personally feel that any provision replacing the Collegium will be all right. But it is all right when there is no political interference, when there is a clear-cut, some kind of stability, integrity added into it. And you make a permanent committee, appoint the committee for 7 years, 10 years, they will be appointing judges. Why not? You come with that idea. There are so many committees where you have the privilege, but you don't appoint any Supreme Court Chief Justice of India for a committee to appoint. One more thing I will like to add. When I was entering in this campus, I found a statue of Raja Raj Chol. He was the founder of, not founder, but he was the main ruler of the Chola Empire, and thereafter Rajendra Chol, he took place. That was 984, and he died in 1014. And 1014 to 1044, Rajendra Chol was there. There is an incident when the entire public of a specific land, they decided something, imposing their decision on this one family who belonged to other clan. And what happened? They called entire village and they said, no, you all are wrong. And they decided in favor of the one family. So whenever you decide earlier, what is our contribution in our democracy and law? Our contribution is only our sweat, only our labor. Land is not ours. Whoever got the land first, they did some sweating and they said, this is my land. You do some mining, you say, this is my mine. Ultimately, there is a law which has taken a place. And now You cannot have a system. You see, we are all growing. We are going forward. And when we are going forward, we have to have a system where we all work properly. We all know that what will be the outcome. If we do this, this will be the outcome. If we do not do this, nobody can do the other way.